So then, Josh Fawaz, the controversy involving him with his music production and AI. And I've seen TikToks, people are not happy that he's been passing off his music as legit or original, but it's been AI influenced. And look, full disclosure, I've used AI. I've used Suno to redo vocals for my covers of Party Animal and a remix cover of You Belong to Me. And even that was a struggle just to get the vocals right. It was a few months ago. Maybe they've changed things since, but all the same though, the controversy is that he's been passing off his music as legit, 100% original, i.e. he's remade it himself using VST, synthesizer, programming, etc. Now you can say, well, what is artificial in the sense of music production? Because we're artificially making music using synthesizers and things like that, presets and VSTs and all that sort of stuff there. But at least there's a human element where you have to put things in certain places to make them work. You got to arrange chords, you got to arrange bass lines, patterns, all that sort of stuff, melodies. There is some music theory behind it and some actual nuance and creativity towards that. Whereas if you just type in a prompt saying create a bass line in the chords or root notes of A, G, blah, 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 whatever, and then it gets spat out for you and you pass it as your own, they seem to be a little bit disingenuous and cheating. But again, in this day and age, what is original? Now you can say the Gorillaz using the preset for Clint Eastwood was AI, artificial. Maybe back then it was a little bit different, but now when you can just type something in and it spits it out on the other end for you and you can slap it in a track or whatever, maybe there's a little bit more fine tuning to be done there. But I've been seeing TikToks where a few people have been calling him out for his music. And now that he's actually got AI listed as a contributor to his 38 million played track, the remix of Madonna's Like a Prayer, which sounds very mid-2010s type of dance pop, like DJ Regard and Iman Beck and stuff like that. Very similar to that sort of sound. And look, if it's working for him, then it's working for him. And if it turns out that this is not AI, this is all legitimately him, then fair plays. He's made it sound like fantastically so well that the AI can't even tell. And I've run the track through AI, checkers and things like that. And it actually says that it is AI influenced. And it says, 53, 60% something AI generated as opposed to 10% of a human element, something like that. But even then in the credits, he's got another person, I forget the name. Forgive me, I forgot the name, but somebody else is doing the programming and the drumming and stuff like that, which I get, it's somebody else. But if someone else is programming synthesizers for you, how does that entail you being the contributor to the whole track itself? That to me doesn't make sense, but that's what he's decided to do. So from a producer standpoint, from my end, where I have used AI for vocals in the past, on 2 occasions, creating a track based off a whole AI generated bed is disingenuous, because people are right to say it shows that you are making something that's not actually yours. You haven't put time and effort into putting it together, compiling, spending hours fine-tuning bits and pieces, change the synth, do the automation, change the effects, change the structure, do this, do that, all that sort of stuff. Drums are the easiest thing to program. Anyone can make a drum track. And if that's what he's done and everything else is artificial, then are you really producing something, or are you just as bad as Block and Crown, who just slap a kick and new percussion on an existing track and call it an original mix or whatever? Like, that's the levels of shithousery we're getting towards, okay? But I don't know Josh. I've only heard his music. I wish him nothing but the best. But if this guy is doing stuff based on AI and he's passing it off as his own, i.e. he's made it himself with no influence through AI, or he hasn't been spat out on the other end of Suno or some other AI music generator, then where do we go from here? Where do we go from here from a music standpoint? I just wanted to have a little rant about this, because it's frustrating seeing us guys who are trying to do the right thing and be creative and original with what we do, at least make the stuff that we know how to make it based on the knowledge that we have acquired through the years or whatever. And we've got AI artists who are just generating all this music that's, some can say slop, some could say is actually pretty good, but at the end of the day, it's AI generated and they're hitting charts and they're all over TikTok and Spotify plays and things like that. And it is disheartening for the independents and the smaller guys and girls out there who are trying to make music legitimately, I say, without the use of AI or Suno or anything like that. And if you are going to use Suno and AI, be honest and open about it at least. Don't try and pass it off like it's your own, because when they say, bring the stems, show me the stems, we want to master it, give you individual stems. So we want, if you've got, it sounds like a 4-layered chord track, we want each individual chord. You can't do that then. So you get caught out in that way. But that's my little rant. Thank you for listening. Likes, comments, all that sort of stuff down below. If you're a fan of Josh Fawaz and you don't give a shit, then so be it. You don't care. As a listener, you probably don't give a shit. But as a producer, someone who makes music, a beat maker, a remixer, whatever it is, when stuff like this happens, it really is disheartening to you when you're putting all the effort into trying to make something original, i.e. you've created it. You've spent hours on a DAW, sampling, doing whatever bits and pieces, and then someone's just put a prompt in there, fine-tuned it a little bit, and called it their own. That is disheartening. And that's where I'll leave this video.